Shit, my executive dysfunction says. Okay, besties, if you came over here from the short, welcome, and I'm so glad you're here. So let's talk about I don't know where to start, because this one is really sneaky. You can want to do the thing. You can know the thing needs to get done. You can have time to do the thing. And you might even have everything you need sitting directly in front of you and still be sitting there thinking, okay, but where the hell do I start? And here's what I couldn't fit into 60 seconds. Sometimes the problem isn't that we don't know what to do. The problem is we can see too many things to do. And suddenly choosing the first one becomes a whole separate project. I'm Cindy, the pink hair therapist, and today we're talking about why figuring out where to start can sometimes feel harder than the actual task, and what we can do when our brain gets stuck at the starting line. Let's say I tell you, clean your bedroom. Seems easy enough and straightforward, except your brain looks around and sees laundry, trash, dishes, stuff on the nightstand, shoes, things that need to go into another room, something you need to donate, and that random thing you've been meaning to find a home for since approximately 2024. Now, which one comes first? Laundry? But you should probably pick everything up first. Maybe trash. But if you're getting up anyway, you should take the dishes too. And what about the closet? Should you organize that before putting clothes away? And suddenly you're not cleaning. You're holding a committee meeting in your head. And then my brain does something even more helpful. It decides there must be a correct way to do it. So now I don't just need a starting point. I need the best starting point, the most efficient one, the one that won't create extra work, the one that makes everything else easier. And this is where I can spend 20 minutes planning a 10-minute task because I'm trying so hard not to do it wrong that I'm not doing it at all. This is something I've had to learn about myself. Sometimes another plan is not what I need. I already made 20 plans. What I need is movement, because once I do one thing, the next thing often becomes much easier to see. If I'm staring at a messy desk, I might have no idea where to start. But if I say, throw away one piece of trash, okay, I can do that. That's easy. Then maybe I see another piece. Then I move the coffee cup. Then suddenly I have a little space. And now my brain can see what comes next. I didn't need the entire roadmap. I needed the next 10 feet. So instead of asking, where should I start? I've been trying to ask, what's the easiest thing I can do next? That's a completely different question, because where can I start can turn into what's most important, what's most efficient, what makes the most sense, what order should everything happen in. But what's easiest right now? Maybe that's open the document, put one dish into the dishwasher, find the phone number, get the laundry basket, put the shoes by the door. That's it. Besties, you're allowed to start in the wrong place. This one was a big one for me. You are allowed to start in the wrong place. I know, revolutionary. But seriously, if I have 10 things that need doing and I accidentally start with number 6, something still got done. The task police are not coming. Sometimes a messy start is what gets us moving. And moving is more useful than sitting there and trying to create the perfect plan. So what happens when even the easy step feels too big? Then make it smaller. Let's say the task is pay the bill, and your brain still goes, nope. Okay, don't pay the bill. Just find the bill. If that's still too much, open the website. If that's still too much, just get your phone. I mean it. There's no prize for making the first step impressive. The first step has one job: make the second step easier. And sometimes you genuinely can't choose, so stop choosing. Borrow a starting point. Pick the thing closest to you. Start on the left side of the counter. Set a timer and do whatever you see for 5 minutes. Ask somebody, give me one thing to start with. Sometimes removing the decision is the thing that gets us unstuck. So if your brain is sitting there going, I don't know where to start, try this. First, stop asking for the whole plan. You don't need to know steps 1 through 10. Second, ask for the easiest next thing. Third, make that thing embarrassingly small if you need it. And fourth, Give yourself permission to start imperfectly, because a weird start, a messy start, even technically the wrong start, it's still a start. I think we put so much pressure on ourselves to know exactly what we're doing before we're allowed to begin. But sometimes we're not going to see the whole path from where we're standing, and that's okay. You don't need the entire path. You need somewhere to put your foot, one tiny movement, then another. And eventually, that thing that felt impossible from the starting line starts looking a whole lot more doable. And that's the goal. You're not doing it perfectly. You're making it a little less impossible. So now I want to know, what's something you've been stuck trying to figure out how to start? Put it in the comments. And if you want, don't just tell me the whole task. Tell me the tiniest possible next thing you could do. Maybe somebody reading your answer needs the same idea. And if this video helped you understand your brain a little better, I'd love for you to subscribe. Every week in My Executive Dysfunction Says, we're taking one of those ridiculous things our brains tells us and figuring out what might actually help. And this one is absolutely getting a brain first aid kit, because sometimes when you're staring at the thing thinking, where do I even start? The last thing you need is to remember an entire YouTube video. So I'm putting these tools somewhere you can actually come back to them when you need them. Until next time, you don't need the perfect starting point. You just need the next tiny thing.